Well, today is Monday, March 11th, and it is time for our weekly meeting highlights. And this week it is how a bedtime routine can help you reach your goals. If you watch my channel, you know I really don't have much of a bedtime routine, so we're going to delve into this together because I haven't even read it. I got a little bit of rosacea going on in my face here. So anyway, we always start off with how I do. Like I remind you every week, I weigh in on Thursdays at a Weight Watchers meeting that's near me with my sister-in-law Bertie, and I share it with you on Thursdays on my daily vlog, but then I like to share it again when I'm doing my meeting highlights. So let's take a look and see how I did this past week. I lost 1.2 for a total loss of 42.2 pounds. I was a little surprised. I really was. I was hoping for a 0.2 loss. So to get that extra pound was like a bonus. So I'm really happy about that. I'm going to make my meeting this week, but the following week I'm not going to be able to go to my meeting because my daughter's birthday is actually today. But we usually do it on Thursdays. We do family dinners on Thursdays, but it just didn't work out. So we're not doing her birthday until the 21st. So I won't be going to my meeting because I will be doing her birthday dinner. Not that you needed to know that, but I'm just letting you know. But check with me on Thursday on my daily vlog, and I'll tell you how I did this past week. Although I'm doing pretty good. I'm really doing pretty good this week. So I made it through the weekend. Sometimes that's my hardest time is getting through the weekend. But this is how a bedtime routine can help you reach your goals. Science tells us getting enough shut-eye can make weight loss easier. But what if sleep itself doesn't come easily? Learn to prime your mind and body for better Z's. I know that they say that you should go to bed early and get up early. I'm under the belief that it doesn't really matter what time you go to bed as long as you get enough sleep. I very rarely, in the winter, in the darker months, because I live in Michigan, I usually don't go to bed till 2 or 3 in the morning. I don't get up till like 9 or 10. I get 7, 8 hours sleep. I get plenty of sleep. I don't have much to look forward to during the day, so I'm in no big hurry to get up in the morning, but I think as long as I get the required amount of sleep, I should be doing fine. When the weather gets nice and I can get outside, I usually go to bed right around midnight, and then I'm up about 7:30, 8 o'clock, so I can get the full benefit of the whole day, where I'm outside, I'm going for my walks, I'm sitting outside doing my reading, doing my gardening, different things that really bring me joy and excitement. Winter months, not so much joy and excitement. It's like it gets dark like at 5 o'clock. So I know if I got up earlier, I'd have more of a day to spend with. But I'm just sitting in the house anyhow, so I'm not in a big hurry for that. But anyway, these are some tricks that they tell us to try. List what you need to do before you go to bed, and then pick 1 or 2 calming activities to try. So these are some of the suggestions that they think you might need to do before you go to bed. Set the coffee maker, lock up the house, brush your teeth, set your alarm, some gentle stretching. Oh, wait a minute. I got that wrong. See, this is why I should read these things beforehand. List some things you need to do before you go to bed, which is like set the coffee maker, lock up the house, brush your teeth, set your alarm. Well, I don't drink coffee, so I don't have to worry about setting the coffee maker. I don't need to get up for work because I'm retired, so I don't have to set an alarm. But I do brush my teeth every night and floss and, use some mouthwash, put my pajamas on. I do go around, close all the blinds, turn on some lights, lock up the house, all that good stuff. I do all that. But then they say you should pick 1 or 2 calming things to do before you go to bed, like some gentle stretching, some reading, a warm shower, or journaling. I journal through the day, so the journaling, I understand how they can say that it kind of like a nice way to wrap up your day, just to kind of talk about what you did through the day. I don't like taking a shower at night. I know that showers and baths are supposed to relax you to make you go to sleep. A shower or a bath, a bath. I couldn't tell you the last time I took a bath. It's been like 50 years probably since I had a bath. I take a shower every day, but a bath, no. It's like you're sitting wallowing in your own filth. I just can't. I don't find anything relaxing about it. And then you're sitting there, especially when you're overweight and you see all your no. But no baths for me. And like I said, even a warm shower kind of wakes me up. It kind of perks me up, and it doesn't relax me in that sense. But and I don't really do too much gentle stretching. And I know they're not talking about exercising. They're just kind of like a little bit of stretching. But I do read. I do love to read before I go to bed, and I do find that reading does kind of lull me into finding ways to fall asleep a little bit quicker. So make a plan for when and what order you'll do your routine. After locking up, I'll follow a short stretching video, then brush my teeth and read in bed for 15 minutes. I usually put my pajamas on. Well, you know what? It depends on the season. In the winter, when you're closing your blinds at 5 o'clock, it's perfectly acceptable to put your pajamas on at 6:30. Nobody's coming to visit you at night. Nobody's going to surprise you with a visit. What else you got to do but sit around in your pajamas and robe and just be all comfortable? Now, in the summer, when it's not dark till like 9:30 or 10 o'clock, that's a whole other story. But that time, I stay dressed until like 10 o'clock, and then I might brush my teeth and put my, which is better in the winter months, because once I brush my teeth and floss, I don't eat, because I'm thinking, I'm not going to go brush my teeth and floss again. I don't want to be doing that. So if I'm doing that at 6:30, then that keeps me from night eating. But in the spring and summer, when the weather's nicer, that gives you a little bit more of an excuse to go have an ice cream cone or something like that, because then it has its benefits in it. But I do get my pajamas on, watch a little bit of TV. I do read for probably about a half an hour before I go to bed every night. So that pretty much stays the same. Now they're going to tell you to dive a little deeper. Ever climb into bed after a busy day, completely exhausted, but also somewhat wide awake or just not ready to sleep? It's normal. We humans don't have an off switch we can just flip to shut things down. There's many a time like I'll fall asleep in the chair. And I'm thinking, why are you sleeping in the chair? Get your lazy butt up and get in bed and go to sleep. And so I will. I'll get up. I'll wake myself up. I'll get up. I'll go to bed, get in the bed, and then I'm wide awake. And it's like, I was just sleeping in the chair. Why can't I fall asleep in the bed? And then why is it that at night is when you automatically start thinking about stuff? Like, oh, tomorrow I got to do this, or tomorrow I got to do that, or I should have done this today, and I should have done, we're all like that. It's just so hard sometimes just to wind down and just go to sleep. But a bedtime routine is about as close as we can get. In the roughly 30 minutes before you want to fall asleep, combining things you have to do with things that relax you helps the transition from active day to peaceful night. Repeat these same activities each night, and it sends a clear signal to your body and your mind that it's time to power down, making it even easier to fall and stay asleep. I find that, like I said, if I just do a little bit of reading before I go to bed, if I'm just going to watch TV and not read and fall asleep in the chair, then it's hard for me to get up and go to bed. So a lot of times what I do if I do fall asleep in the chair, is I'll pick up my book and I'll read a chapter or two, because at least that'll tire me out a little bit, so that when I get in bed, on the off chance that I'm just going to get up and get right into bed, I'm going to lay there awake. And I know that. And how many nights I've tossed and turned. I have a grandfather clock that goes off every 15 minutes. Now, I'm so used to the chimes that I don't hear them unless I'm in bed trying to fall asleep. Because then I'll hear the chimes and I'll think, well, if I hear the next set of chimes, then I'm going to get up and go read. And then I'll hear the next set of chimes, and then I'm too lazy to get out of the bed, and I'll say, I'm going to listen for one more set of chimes. And then soon enough, I'm hearing the clock, it's ticking, it's 3 o'clock, 4 o'clock. So it's just better at that point to get up and relax and do some reading or something that's going to, get you ready to fall asleep. If a pre-bed routine feels like another to-do on the top of an endless list, we get it, but it's worth prioritizing. Quality sleep doesn't just help you feel good and stay healthy. Science shows it's linked to eating well, because the sleep affects your hormones that regulate your appetite. Moving regularly and being in the right mindset for making decisions that might align with your goals. I do find that when I'm not super tired, I make better food choices. I really do, because sometimes you wake up and if you didn't get a good night's sleep, and you just wake up and you just think, I need a boost of something. And then it's usually sugar related, and sugar gives you that quick little high, like a glass of orange juice. There's sugar in orange juice. It's a natural fruit, but it's a false sense of high. It's a false sense of thinking that you're wide awake, or like your cup of coffee with the caffeine, or even a cup of tea with the caffeine. So try to figure out a way that when you go to bed, you're going to get a good night's sleep. So when you wake up in the morning, even if coffee is your habit, that it's going to be more of a let's get through not let's just get through the day. It's like, oh, here's a new day. Let's start my day off with a cup of coffee and let's plan what I'm going to do because I'm not super tired because I had a really good night's rest. But some of the things, like I said, some of the things I do is, read and just try to get all negative thoughts out of my mind. If I'm upset about something, I try to resolve it before I get in bed because I know I'm going to toss and turn in bed and just thinking about, well, I should have done this or I should have done that. So I try to get myself composed enough, and then I don't go to bed just because it's a certain time. I usually say, like, even if it's like 2 o'clock and I think, oh, I usually go to bed at 2 o'clock. If I'm not tired, I'm not going to bed at 2 o'clock, even though the clock says 2 o'clock. What kind of world would we live in if we didn't have clocks? If we ate when we thought we were hungry, rather than because it's breakfast or because it's lunch or because it's dinner. If we didn't have a clock regulating us, just like if we didn't have a scale all the time regulating how we feel successful on a weight loss program, that if we just took it as come as it may, that we might be better off. We really would. So I'm just kind of curious what your bedtime routines are. Do you have any? Do you have a set bedtime and a set get up time? Do you start the day off with exercise? I'm looking forward to, because now that you can see the weather's getting nicer, I'm going to get out there and start walking more because I do miss that. I don't walk in the winter because I'm afraid of falling. We have very lazy neighbors. They don't shovel their snow. We have a lot of pavement that kind of sinks, and so like if water, we get we call black ice, which is ice that you don't see. So I just don't walk in the winter. But now that it's nicer and it's supposed to be in the 60s this week, I don't have an excuse, not one excuse not to get walking. Jim and I go to the gym twice a week now. We try for 3, but we definitely get in 2 days a week. And I walk on the treadmill, which I'm finding I'm enjoying, which is surprising enough. But I get plenty of sleep the night before, and so I kind of look forward to going to the gym. And then I'm not too tired to do the exercises. So anyway, I lost 42.2 pounds total. I'm really proud of myself. And let me know how you guys did on your weight loss, and if you have any tips for me as far as getting more sleep or getting better sleep or whatever. So in the meantime, like, comment, subscribe, and share, and I hope to see you here on my daily vlog. But let's check back in again next week. See you then.